Okay, so in this video today, I'm going to be taking a look at some tools and resources that can save you a lot of time and a lot of headaches when it comes to your publishing business. So once you implement some of these tools into your publishing business that you see in this video, you'll find yourself saving lots of time when it comes to creating certain types of content, creating your A+ content, doing your keyword research, doing your plagiarism checks, and doing your on-site Amazon research as well. So let's go ahead and start with tool number one, which is going to be something I can guarantee you haven't seen before, and it's going to be playing a big role in my publishing business in 2022. And that piece of software is called hand-drawn mazes. So let's just take a real quick look inside the hand-drawn maze software here. I've just been playing around with it for the last half an hour or so just to see what it's got to offer. And so far I'm pretty impressed. I've just been making some kind of story-driven mazes here, just playing around with it and seeing what type of maze designs that they have to offer. So the appeal of this software is that you can create these kind of hand-drawn type mazes here really quickly, and with a little bit of creativity you can end up with some really fantastic looking activity pages here. And as I said, I've just been testing it for half an hour now, and even within the last like 30 minutes I've been able to create some really nice looking mazes that you'd have to spend a lot of money or a lot of time to have created otherwise. So just browsing through the software to see what type of mazes that they have to offer, and at first glance, there looks to be literally hundreds here. So this is hopefully going to be the absolute perfect app for anyone that has a little bit of creativity in them, because you can make some really exciting looking pages with this software. But like I say, this isn't a full review. I'm going to do that on the 20th. I'm going to look at the pros and the cons of the software and then see overall whether I'd recommend it or not. But at the moment, it's looking pretty exciting, as there's going to be a ton of different opportunities when it comes to creating your books with this software. But yeah, full review, 20th of February, released on the 22nd of February. Look out for this software. Okay, so just keep all that in mind, but we're going to move on to the tool number two now, which is for those of us who are interested in creating A+ content, which hopefully you will be. And we're going to use things like DIYbookcovers.com and canva.com, okay? Okay, so DIY book covers is great. It's something that you can use for free in order to create these kind of 3D mock-ups of your book. So you've probably seen these in other people's A+ content where they have a kind of 3D looking image of their book. If you come across to DIYbookcovers.com, you can then come to 3D covers here. And then you can go ahead and select the type of 3D cover that you want. And then you upload your image onto that, your book cover image onto that. And then that's going to let you download the 3D book version of your front cover, okay? So with your 3D book cover like this one here, you can include that into your A+ content on Canva. And when you create your A+ content inside of Canva, what I definitely recommend that you do is to actually show off the interiors of your book as well, okay? Okay, so tool number three is going to be for those of us who want to outsource, or those of us who do outsource quite a lot of image work, and that is going to be using somewhere like Duplichecker. So all you need to do is come across to Google, type in Duplichecker, come down here to this one here, duplichecker.com, and then click on this one here, which is the reverse image search. So I use this every time that I hire someone to do an image for me or draw an image for me or whatever on Upwork. And what this allows you to do is it's going to check to see if that work is available anywhere else online. Now, I can't guarantee that it's going to crawl every single image on the entirety of the internet, but it will certainly help to give you a peace of mind when you are outsourcing work, okay? Because honestly, you'd be amazed at the amount of people on Upwork or any freelance website that will try and rip you off and just take content that's available on the internet already, which obviously you don't want in your books because Amazon will pull you up on that. So pretty easy here. You can just you can just load in the image that you want checked, come to search for a similar image here, and then you can go ahead and search in these different search engines, and it's going to show you whether or not there are similar images online. And you can go through each of them and just check to make sure that your image doesn't show up anywhere on these searches, okay? Very handy tool. I use it every single time I outsource work. Okay, so that moves us on to tool number four, which is for those of us who need quick keywords, and that is going to be AMZ Suggestion Expander. So all you need to do is Google AMZ Suggestion Expander. If you can't do this, then the internet isn't for you. Very simple to do. Add it to Chrome, and what it's going to do for you is to give you additional suggestions on top of Amazon suggestions on the drop down bar here on Amazon. So typically you'd only have a few searches, whereas this you can get a ton of different keyword ideas as and when you start typing this into Amazon's search bar here. So this is something you can use to find different niches and also to run ad campaigns to as well. So that's AMZ Suggestion Expander. Okay, tool number 5 is going to be for those of us who need more traffic. Now, this is going to be Amazon ads. Obviously, it's the easiest way to get additional eyes onto your books. So obviously, I'm not going to go into this into detail in this video because it's going to take ages. So what I suggest you do is, if you're new to Amazon ads, or if you're really struggling with Amazon ads and you're struggling with the basics of Amazon ads, or trying to lower your ACoS on Amazon ads, then you can go to the description and get my free ads course from there. It's going to help you out massively. It's only like an hour to an hour and a half long. You're going to get through that in no time, and it's going to help you save money with Amazon ads, and it's going to help you for a long time, I hope anyway. So go check that out. Tool number 6 is going to be the best keyword research tool. So I'm not even going to bother plugging Helium 10. It's literally the software that I use when it comes to doing my keyword research and for creating my ad campaigns. I'm tired of doing Helium 10 videos. I love it so much. It's great. But you can probably check out my other videos if you're interested in Helium 10. I've got nothing more to say about it. And tool number 7 is going to be for those of us who need a real time saver when it comes to doing our niche research on Amazon. So obviously not everyone uses paid software, and we do our research on Amazon itself. So one of my favorite, and I still use it to kind of confirm that the niches that I'm going after have traffic and sales going to them, and that is DS Amazon Quick View. So what DS Amazon Quick View does is that it gives you a quick view of a book's BSR, so its bestseller ranking. So instead of you having to go into each listing to see what the BSR is to do your research for, you can just check it on the front page for your searches here. As you can see, it shows the BSR right below the book thumbnail, okay? So that's a massive, massive time saver. So I highly recommend that you get this or a similar tool. So again, that is going to be a Chrome extension. All you need to do is go to Google and type in DS Amazon Quick View, and then it's going to be pretty straightforward from there. Tool number 8 is for those of us who want to create word searches. Now, this is from the same people that do the hand-drawn maze stuff, the one that I showed you in tool number 1, and that is Instant Puzzle Generator. So again, this isn't something that I'm going to plug to you or try and sell to you. This is just literally what I'm going to be using for 2022. And this is the Instant Puzzle Generator. You can generate puzzles very, very, very quickly. If you're interested in doing word searches or activity books, then don't even bother trying to outsource or use free software. Get something like this, going to save you a ton of time, and it is the cleanest and best that I've used. And as you can see, it's going to be very, very easy to create puzzles in this. Okay, so you can just do something like that, save the changes, and then it creates a new puzzle with what you just typed in. Okay, so very, very simple. I've probably got a review for this somewhere, I can't even remember, but you can check that out. It's Instant Puzzle Generator. I'll probably leave a link in the description below if you're interested in that. Okay, so tool number 9 is for those of us that want even more keywords. So this could be for your niche research, or it could be for the title, the subtitle of your book, your backend keywords, or for running ad campaigns, and that is keywordtool.io. So before you get too excited when it comes to using any type of keyword tool like this, just bear in mind that none of this information can come from Amazon. So I don't know where this one comes from, but it might just give you some idea as to some keywords that you can target for your ad campaigns, for example. So here on keywordtool.io, you can come across the Amazon tab here, and then just type in whatever your niche is. So for example, football coloring book, search for that, and then it's going to bring back a ton of keywords that you can target. Okay, so this is a free version, there's a paid version. I've never used the paid version, so I can't comment on that. But this is just a quick way that you can get some keywords that you can use either for your book and subtitle or your ad campaigns, okay? Okay, so last but not least, on tool number 10 here is a kind of mini Photoshop or a free Photoshop, and that is going to be Pixlr.com. Now, I don't use Pixlr as much as I used to, but I used to use it a ton, especially when it came to sort of simple edits on book covers and images and stuff like that, okay? So what I used to do was when I was creating coloring book images or having coloring book images outsourced, what I used to do was to take some of those images, the black and white images, obviously, and then put them into Pixlr and then color them in Pixlr. Okay, so it looks like this here. And this is a book cover that I made a while ago. I didn't release it. I don't know why. I think the image on the front is very, very cool. The rest of the cover, not so much. But yeah, that's Pixlr. It's gonna, since it's free, it's gonna have ads on the side here, which is kind of annoying, but it's such a good piece of software. You can just go to pixlr.com and use the advanced editor to get to this page here. And it's going to give you a ton of tools, as you can see here, kind of similar to Photoshop. So if you're familiar with Photoshop or any editing software, you're probably going to have a good time with this one here, okay? Okay, so let's just end this video here with a couple bonus time savers. Now, actually, 2 of these are going to be a couple that are going to save you a lot of time with your KDP business. Now, the first one I've spoken about before, which is bookow.com, so BOOKOW.com, and the other one is going to be I Love PDF. So I'm going to show you them very quickly now. So when it comes for bookow.com, when it comes to creating your book cover, you need to make sure that you have the right dimension. Now, this is something that people spend a lot of time getting wrong, and what you can do is come over to bookow.com, go to the resources tab at the top here, and it's going to bring you to the KDP cover template generator. So I think they've actually changed the layout of their site quickly. I don't recall having to come to the resource section to do this before, but you can come to that. Then all you need to do, fill out the dimensions of your book, the page count, the paper type that you got going for you. You don't have to do the ISBN stuff, and then put your email address in, and they're going to send you the templates there. Okay, so I don't think you have to pay for this. I think there's the option to donate some money to them, but it's going to save you a lot of time when it comes to creating your book covers. Okay, so what I do is I do this, put in all the information I need, get the template emailed to me, and then download that as a whatever file, and then shove that into Canva, and then design the book cover around that. Okay, so this is if you're doing the book cover yourself, obviously. And then we have the second one here, which is ilovepdf.com. So this is really, really helpful for merging PDF files. So if you're putting your book together in Canva, which a lot of people do, you'll notice that there's a page limit for Canva, which is 100. So if you're trying to do a book that has more than 100 pages, which a lot of us do, then you're not going to be able to do that in Canva. So what you can do is once you hit that 100 page mark in Canva, download that as a PDF, then carry on creating the second part of your book, after the 100 pages in another Canva file, download that file as well, and then come to ilovepdf.com/merge_PDF, and then merge those two files. So select them here, merge those two files. That's going to merge it into one file that you can then upload onto your publishing account. Okay, so that's just a couple more resources that you can use to save a lot of time and headaches. Okay, so that's it for this video. Hopefully this will save you a lot of time with your publishing business, or at least save you some time and some frustration. And yeah, I'll see you in another video very soon.